somebody
Yeah.
trying to check your fucking Gmail, huh? Oh
Yeah,
well,
man.
you
So I'm
know,
trying to hack my Gmail.
change your
Hey,
password. You know,
ain't no Epstein
you
files
know.
on there.
Oh!
Hey, yo, ain't nothing to
Hey,
do with
bet
Epstein.
not
So I don't know
be.
what y'all doing.
Yo, I always thought like, honestly, and I'm gonna probably rub people the wrong way with this, but if Epstein ever invited me to his island, I'm gonna bring me a flock of my overaged people. You know what I'm saying?
He
I ain't,
said he bringing. He said he bringing
Keywords
Epstein to the
over
beach.
age.
yo, that brother got enough. He got enough space on that island to have about 50 houses, right? I ain't gotta be at his house. No, I can go to over here to the one on the north side of the island,
Yo,
and
speaking about
have my
that,
own little party.
At this
Come
point,
on
it ain't
now.
even a good look to have your name pop up on that shit. We
did you
ain't even
see?
going.
Well,
Did you see that
yeah.
Bill Gates copped out and was like, "Yeah, I admit I had relations with this Russian woman while I was married to Melinda Gates." Do you see that?
Well, yeah, that's why
No.
they got divorced. I think she found out like he was on some other stuff, and she was like, "Don't worry about that, play."
Hey, money can't buy
You keep
Did
this
happiness,
y'all see
man.
house.
y'all see the clip of Bill Clinton?
Oh, he was
I
on there
I
on there
heard it.
Looking
laughing.
at the joint, he was sitting there looking at the picture, smiling like, yeah,
Hey,
that's
this
what it
Bill.
Don't
is.
ask me about this. Woo! That was
His
good ass
lawyer up there
time.
trying to pull the
Trying to
packet
pull the
back,
paper back like, boy, if you don't get your ass.
and she laughing. I'm like, hey man,
And then
that.
he gonna go, no, let me see.
Let me see if I recall. I'm old now. I don't know if I'm trying to figure
He had
this
a back in
out.
the day moment.
Yo, crazy.
He looked at them like, ooh, wait, that's
I
me.
know, right? That was that look, yo, smiling and stuff. His lawyer like, Bill,
Right.
if you don't give me these documents, man, you about to have us all go to jail. Shoot.
Forgot where he was.
Man, yeah, yo, that Epstein file, that's something crazy, man. It's like 5 million pages. I'm like, what the hell?
How is that even possible?
Thank you, bro. Like, how are you documenting 5 million worth, some 5+ million pages?
It's how many
like,
years is the years of just emails. But I mean, it's emails talking about any and everything too.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't if like this is pretty much like, pedophilia, child pornography to a degree, ain't it?
Crazy.
Like, why would
Did
you
you
want
watch
to
the
record
Netflix
that?
series of it?
No, I ain't get
Because
that deep
people are
into it.
sick.
I don't want to get that deep into
People
it.
are
There's-
sick.
Hey, you
I
remember
ain't
when
There's
we
a
were at
second one, I
Wally's?
think.
Hold up. Yo, you remember when we were at Wally's one time and that
Shout out
dude
Wally's,
came up
man.
to us?
LA.
and that dude came up to us and he was like, "Man, yo, they hot. Man, you sitting there." She's like, "Yeah, they good." He's like, "Man, I wish they were a little younger."
Yeah,
We
I
both
looked at him
looked at
like,
each
hold up,
other
what?
like, "Did we just commit a crime? Hold on, what the heck?" He's like,
I
"You get him at
said-
14 down there." He's like, "Oh,
And what's
no."
crazy though, he was older than us.
Yo, he had to been like 50, grade. He was grayed out, all of
Yeah,
that, man.
I'm
Older,
like,
I don't know if he was
yo,
Spanish
like,
or white.
I'm like, get a
Let me tell
brother
y'all
from
something.
like,
If social media is exposing people on a level of like Epstein is prime example of how long this shit been going on. I was pretty developed as a kid. And so grown men used to approach me too. Like that shit is crazy. And now that I have a daughter, man,
Yeah.
listen, that shit's crazy.
No,
yo, before
man,
we continue, Mattis, introduce us, man. Let's get this thing on the road. What up?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yo, you guys know me. I'm Maddox Sullivan. Got my guy City here, and then I got my
what's
girl
good?
Free. Yes, sir.
Episode two, tap in.
Back
Oh,
again for another
okay.
Control Shift C podcast. Catch us here on YouTube. See us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the whole gauntlet. Soon to be Spotify. So, keep looking
Let's
out for
go.
that. So, hope everybody's doing good. I mean, we are doing good, as you can see the conversation. I'm a little under the weather today, so if you see me hacking and coughing up loogies and stuff, that's where we are. I done literally been from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast in the last 7 days.
And caught
Brothers
something along the way.
yeah,
Awesome.
brothers
On
been
that
traveling.
airplane.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was out in Florida doing some family stuff. Then, I traveled out to the Midwest a little bit, and then I made my way back home. So now I'm here alive, Man,
quarantine.
how y'all doing?
Man,
I'm talking. How y'all doing, man?
I
I'm
am
good.
blessed and
I'm
highly
good. I mean,
favored.
y'all see how I'm
Blessed and
moving.
highly favored.
Uh-oh,
You
man.
see
One at
how
a
I'm moving.
time, y'all. One at a time. Damn. You
Hey,
know, what
ladies
y'all
first, ladies
got?
first,
What y'all got?
ladies
What y'all
first.
got? Spectrum or AT&T? What's going on over there?
Hey, hey. Hey, don't hit a AT&T.
No, ain't on Spectrum. You gonna call the both out.
Oh
Right.
man. So
Man,
nah,
no, I'm
how y'all
good.
doing,
I'm
man?
good. I'm busting moves. You know, I'm out here doing the thing. You know, we got the next sound session coming up at the end of the month. So
Okay.
shout out to my folks. We keep a lookout for that.
That's the sound baths you be doing.
We
That
do the
deal,
sound
right?
baths, but it's different. It's a whole sound session because my boy Montrez, he there with his band. We always had a band jam out.
Yeah.
And then I always kick it off with the sound session. So it's an experience.
Okay.
It's
Nice,
different.
nice. And you know me, I'm blessed and highly favored. Finally got back in the gym. Ooh, hey, it's been a minute.
All right.
It's been a minute. Got back in the gym. So if y'all see me grimacing a little bit, I did legs yesterday, so my thighs kind of hurting a little bit. So kind of want to stretch like ugh. But I'm good though. I'm good. Loving it. Feeling good, man. Glad to be
Yeah,
here.
that's good. That's good, man. That's good. Old people still gotta look good too.
Whoa!
You know what I'm saying? Old people still
Hold
got
up.
to look
Yo,
good.
I really
You
don't
know?
know why he be talking. Ask him how old he is.
The baby out here
Hey man,
talking.
hey man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got an IMDb page. You can look that up. Y'all will know how old I am.
The baby out here
Hey,
talking.
hey, yo, he
Get it.
pushing
I'll
40.
get it, man. Anyway,
Hey, yo,
so
we
we're gonna
80s
start it
babies
off
over
a little
here.
different, man. Yeah, we 80s babies, but we're gonna start this show off a little different, man. I wanna go ahead and give y'all the floor to, do the, what's new out there, what y'all wanna introduce the people to, and this put you on segment. What y'all got, for the people, man?
Yo. Okay. You
Go
go
ahead, City. You
first.
go first. You go first.
See,
Okay.
okay, somebody need to go.
All right,
All
look.
right, come on now. We
So-
go look. If we keep this up, this work from home ain't gonna be good no more. We gonna be in the office. All right, yeah,
Hey, look.
come on now.
All right, so I'm gonna go first. So because my man's Maddox Sullivan over here is sick under the weather, I'm gonna give y'all a nice
Yeah.
little remedy, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm gonna give it to you first. So from about I want to say October to like mid-December. Now, mind you, I'll never get sick. I had this nasty cold that would not go away, literally a month and a half to 2 months, just hacking up nasty stuff. Like at nighttime, nose clogged up, I couldn't breathe, nothing. It was crazy. So I ran across this woman's page. I'm gonna plug her real quick because I want to show you appreciation. Her handle is the Jen Jones, right? She showed me this remedy that was ginger, turmeric. It has some honey in it, and then I added my own little spice to it. So I added some blueberries. I added chia seeds, flaxseed, bananas, and then for some nice little taste or whatever, added some almonds and almond butter and stuff. So I did that every single day, right?
Yeah.
For like 3 to 5 days. Gone. My colon, everything gone.
Okay.
No mucus, no nothing. And I kid you not, I took Mucinex, I took antihistamines, I took all different things over the course of 3-5 days. The next week, nothing worked.
Yeah.
But I tried this for 3 to 5 days, knocked it out.
Man, so you said blueberries, bananas, stuff like that?
Yeah,
right?
to add some flavor and make it more like a smoothie. And then ginger, turmeric, honey. If you want, you can add some cayenne pepper in there. So now what she had wasn't a smoothie. What she had was it was like a little mixture basically of ginger, turmeric, black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic, and there was like one more ingredient and honey. So she just mixed it in, right, in a little a mason jar, right? So you just mix it in, and then you take the spoon and you just eat it straight. Boom. Eat like a big old
Okay.
yeah.
And
Try that.
you say you did that for about a week. So that means, as soon as you was done being sick and then it was time for the get down with the wife, boy, it was tasting a little fruity, huh, boy? Had your vitamins cracking.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
No,
Yeah.
I was feeling good,
Talking about, yeah,
boy. I
I
tell you, because when you sick, you don't want to do nothing, right? It's like when you sick, you're like, oh man, don't touch me. But look,
Yeah.
I was feeling good. So try it out.
Yeah.
It's gonna knock out your
Okay.
sickness, and you're gonna be like,
Okay.
oh man, okay, I feel real good now.
I'ma-
But remember,
I'm
it's
gonna tell you what my boy be telling me. Oh, go ahead. My
no,
bad.
get the raw organic ginger, turmeric, and not like the jar stuff, like the actual, plants or whatever, and then grate it and put it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Free,
Fire.
what you over there sipping on? What you sipping?
So I don't know if that's what I had last time, but for the first time I tried. If y'all know, I like gin. I'm a gin drinker.
Oh.
And I just tried the elderflower, the Empress Rose elderflower gin.
Hold 1 second. I'm gonna show you this
good.
gin bottle real quick that my wife's boss gave her.
And we ain't got time to be. We don't support alcohol brands here.
I guess we
Go ahead,
can't.
Why
go
not?
ahead.
Guess we can't promote it. Hold on 1
Everybody
second.
21 and over, drink responsibly.
Nah, okay, man. Well, while we wait on him, go ahead and let us know about your put you on today, man.
All right, so my put you on, shout out to Nova Organics. Okay, so make sure y'all check her page out, Nova Organics, for your skin care, homemade,
Okay.
all natural remedies. So what I love about Nova Organics, so she makes soaps, facial like creams and stuff like that, and then she has like a body butter, and she uses all natural ingredients. I've been drinking all natural ingredients. All natural ingredients.
Oh shit! What is it?
Okay.
But she puts a lot of intention into her mixtures, and as a woman with very sensitive skin, her stuff works. Even when I run out of her soaps, like she has the bar soaps obviously and stuff. And she does have liquid soap as well. But like when I run out of her stuff and I haven't used it in a while, my skin starts to inflame. So her stuff is the real deal. Like she puts a lot of intention and care into it. So make sure y'all follow her page, Nova Organics.
Nova Organics. Okay.
NOVE Organics.
Hey, look, man.
Oh, NOVE. NOVE or NOVA?
NOVA. What did I say? E?
Girl, you need to put that liquor down today.
We'll put it in the description.
Hey, look, man. I'm Nigerian. I use straight up Irish Spring. But shout out. All right, so real quick.
Listen, black-owned businesses, we out here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, can y'all see that?
Oh, that's
I've
the
seen that.
gunpowder Irish gin.
Yo, so there's a bunch of different colors and flavors. There's like purple, there's green. So, my wife's boss, they're Irish, so he brought this from Ireland.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you like grapefruit, this tastes like grapefruit. So like if you go on the website, this one does, right? So if you go on their website, every single cocktail mix is mixed with grapefruit.
Yeah.
So like we tried out.
That's what you drink, and that's what you drinking on too.
Man,
right now.
Who, me?
Now,
you got that flower-based juice.
Man, this is straight up Lalo. Come on now.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you promoting gin. I'm like, hey, you drinking some gin right now? My God,
that's because she liked gin and she was drinking gin.
Okay.
So I was like, let me put you on some good gin.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we got y'all drunk butts' attention, okay, finally, right? All right. I'm mad I'm missing
That's only because
out.
you sick and you drinking
I'm mad
tea.
I'm missing out. Actually, it's just hot water and honey. That's it, man.
No,
You need to put a lime,
lemon
water and
juice,
lime.
lemon juice,
All right,
honey.
Here all the uncertified doctors coming in to tell me
First
what
of all,
I need
it
to
works.
do.
It's certified, experimented on myself, okay?
All right. Well,
You gotta have some lemon
my body
juice
ain't
too.
like y'all's. All
some
right?
lemon juice.
I'm gonna mess up my
Our
kidney.
ancestors are certified. They the ones that did it.
Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'll add lime juice on the next segment. I'll let y'all know if I passed out or not. All right. All right. Now you all right over there, boys? Is
Did you
it
hear
the
anything?
I
Lalos or
was
is it the gin?
Nah, I had to sneeze, so
Nah.
I muted it.
Oh, okay, okay. You know what the hell's going on over there? All right, so today we're gonna dive into a little bit. We're gonna transition a little bit. We're gonna dive into some topics in relation to happiness with a twist of social media,
Ooh, let's
with a twist of
go.
more happiness, with what's real about social, what's not, those types of things, right? So what I want to bust in with y'all is, are people on social media really happy, or are they just doing it for a performance, right? So City, what you think about
Oh man, I feel like it is the modern day.
it? No, just give me an answer and move on, and I just give me a
Jesus
yes, no, and
Christ,
move on.
it's performative.
It's
you are the tight
performative.
It
ship.
it's
Performative.
performative, 100%.
Okay, Free.
No, people aren't happy.
They are not happy. All right.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Oh no, they are happy, or they
They
not
are
happy.
not.
They
They
are
are not.
not happy. Okay. And I say it's a mixture of both, right? Because people need checks. Now, okay. So Free, let me know why you feel like people are not happy.
Because
Yo,
What
you
the hell
good?
you got going? Oh man, we got hey man,
Alright,
what?
no, him taking that
Oh, look, man, they are hating on my
it was
vibes.
very animated. I'm sorry.
All right, y'all. Disclaimer for everybody that's watching. I guess we can no longer allow them to work remotely, and we can no longer allow them
No,
to,
her
sip
to
on
remotely.
anything and coming on their home.
I'm
Something
not
ain't
even
right.
feeling a drink like that. That's funny. That was an animated sip. It was like
Oh my goodness.
I'm
All right.
goofy, y'all. I'm just tired. No, so oh my gosh, that game I got real tears. Um, so I said no because most of the time people when they posting on social media, they are very busy with trying to even if you're someone in wellness like myself, a lot of times we're pushing the beautiful calmness, do this and meditate this way and do the when in real life, healing ain't pretty. And I'm just
Okay.
using my world, by the way. So, that's the best way I can describe it is to use my own world, and that world of wellness and the wellness community. So, a lot of times we get caught up pushing all the things that is of wellness, forgetting that healing is not pretty at all. And it looks different for everybody. And it can be really ugly. And a lot of
Okay.
times people don't want to, um, okay, let me draw a fine line here. People don't want to talk about those spaces in a organic way. And I say that because I ain't talking about the ones that set up their camera so they can start crying. Okay? Not them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with crying, have your moment, and then come on social media and talk to us about the process you just went through. You ain't gotta set you like you getting ready to do a good cry. And I love when like social media comedians do that though on a sidebar. Like they be talking about like, so you was having a moment, decided to get your tripod, set your camera up, hold those tears, and then let it out.
So what did that also mean that it's a performance then? Like,
It's a
yeah,
100%.
performance.
yeah, I'm not happy. Yeah, I'm happy, but or I'm going through
I'm
some
happy, but I'm like,
struggle.
are you really sad, or are you just trying to get numbers because you're crying? Like, who's acting, who's not? It's not real. So
Yeah.
that's why I say it's a no. When you're performing, it's not real life. So to me, that's an automatic no. You're not happy. Not saying that nobody's happy and everybody's sad or nothing, but you know what I mean. Like if you're so busy performing and
Yeah.
you're not like you're performing and making it trying to be real life, no, that's not
So
happiness.
like for like your average, well, I wouldn't say average because I guess nowadays people aren't even average on social media. Everybody's got a blue check mark these days, right?
And
For
you can
like for
buy
your
it.
your normal and you can pay for that. I
Yep.
might
You
pay
can
for
buy
mine
it.
too, if the show don't drop soon. I might pay for it too. But anyway, right? If you like for the normal person, like would you wouldn't say like they just get on there, I'm posting just to post. I'm just, I'm trying to build a following or I'm trying to build a brand. You always think like when people jump on social media, it's always just for some type of performative
Not
situation.
not all the time, because there are definitely people who are
I wouldn't say
genuine,
always, yeah.
but I
Okay.
look at it, okay, for example, nowadays whenever you're going for an audition, right? Now it's,
Okay.
via
I can
via
relate.
social media or via, a casting tape, whatever it may be. It's no longer really in person. So I would
Right.
translate that to social media and just how they active. Plus, the better they do performative wise, the more they can get paid.
Okay. Okay.
So while some people approach it like this is my real life, this is everything, especially if they're like in a corporate environment and it's their job, then yes,
Yeah.
it's 9 times out of 10 real. But even then, okay, so like
Mhm.
as a real estate agent, I can't necessarily be 100% myself, right? Because I can't talk to them
Mhm.
like I talk to you, right? So it's
Okay.
like I won't say it's necessarily performative, but you have to put on your professional voice, the how you dress and everything. So in a sense, it's performative in that way to get the people, the
Mhm.
sales or whatever it may be. And then on the opposite side, it's like this is the real me. Because if I'm the real me in front of them, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know if I want that black dude on there. Like I don't know if I want that nigga on there. So it's like you have to kind of show your professional side, but at the same time, there's an opposite side of it where it's just it's just for clicks. It's for clicks, for
Yeah.
money, so there's kind of two sides to it.
Okay. So for me, I think people are happy, and then I also think people are performing. And when I say both of these things, like you took your time, you download this app, you wanted to see what it was about. And oh man, I see people, looking good, dressing up. I'm gonna take a picture. Kind of performative,
Yeah,
right? But then you get somebody who's posting, like, for example, like I know Free is into like, some health and wellness type stuff. She ain't necessarily got to put her face to it. She'll put a couple of quotes or put a video of her, fixing, mixing, matching, whatever. And hey, she's doing that. That makes her happy. She's not only wants to introduce that, she not only wants to do it for herself, but she wants to introduce a lifestyle for people, for to live healthy, right? You posting real estate stuff, obviously you want to check, you trying to get a brothers and sisters to buy a house,
right.
but at the same time you also want to educate. I think if you in that space, like, hey, I'm want to educate you, these types of things make me happy. All right, will I get 1,000 people to look at it? Maybe,
But
maybe not, but I'm not necessarily doing it
but
for
it,
that,
but is the
right?
happiness directly
Mhm.
tied to the check?
For me, hell yeah.
Right,
if if
right,
if if, if
exactly,
it
exactly.
was
Because if you
me,
weren't getting
hell
paid,
yeah.
would you be happy doing it?
Excuse me.
Now that
If I
now
wasn't
that
getting
right
That's a
there
good question.
is true happiness.
If I
Mhm.
wasn't getting paid, would I actually be doing it?
Would you be
Well,
happy doing it?
well, here's a question. I don't know if you guys, you guys got 9 to 5s, but you go to work? Do you like going to work? Yes or
Hell no.
no? You getting paid? You getting paid, right? You getting paid? Shouldn't you be
Not
happy?
necessarily, because it
Nope.
depends on the field that you're in. There's some jobs that you're
Yeah. I
happy,
hate
and you
I
get
hate
paid,
a 9 to
but there's
5
others
job.
that you're like, yo, I hate this, but it pays me good.
Okay. So
Mhm.
why then? Okay, well, we transiting a little bit,
Okay,
but I'm gonna just ask it anyway since we own it.
okay,
It pays me good, but I'm not happy. Then why the fuck do you stay?
because it pays you good.
'Cause bills.
Yeah, because you got things to take
So
care of.
nigga, you can so you gotta find some kind of happiness
No,
to get up
no, no,
at 6,
no,
7,
no,
8
no,
o'clock in the
no.
morning.
So every action has a reaction, right? So the happiness is from what you can
Okay.
do with the money you're getting. That's the happiness, not actual doing the job.
Mhm.
And so what do you do with the money? You pay the bills, right?
Yeah, and you can buy
Is that
yourself
all?
all the
Is that
luxury.
all you do with
You
that
can buy
money?
yourself the luxuries that you want. You can go
Okay.
on dinners. You can, do all these extra things, and then you build up your PTO. You go on your vacations. That's where the happiness comes, and not necessarily going to the job.
Okay. So when it bring it back to social media, right? Why, in some cases, why are people, why, here's a question. Why do you post, right? Why do you get on there? Boop. All right.
Because it's a bit
Tomorrow.
because
See you
it's a
tomorrow.
business.
Okay. For you, it's a business. Free, same deal.
Same deal. It's a business. If it weren't for music, if it weren't for me growing my wellness legacy, I wouldn't have social media. I hate it.
I hate it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not the biggest social media fan either, but I realize, like, you in what years is 2026, you gotta use this for your
Right.
leverage.
You gotta
100%.
use it.
Like,
Yeah.
me in the film industry, I don't post self tapes. I don't care to post self tapes. I don't really want nobody seeing my process. We can talk about it, but I don't want the world to see it because I don't really want to hear your
But the crazy thing
opinion.
about it,
This is my
but the
art,
crazy thing
right?
about it is
Go
that
ahead.
we don't want to hear their opinion, and we don't want a lot of those things. But that's what people pay the big bucks for, to see the intricate details of the behind the
Yeah.
scenes of what most people don't get to see. That's what they get paid for, and that's why there's all these documentaries, all these different things, because people will pay high dollar for it. So it's like it's that balance
Yeah.
between.
Or at least they want to be deceived.
I'm glad you guys said this
Because
because
deception is reality TV.
yeah,
Reality
okay,
TV is scripted. So
okay,
it's like at least pretend to show me what your process is.
right.
But
I'm
you know how that
I'm
goes.
I'm glad you said that because you said people pay top dollar to see that
Yeah,
behind the scene type of deal, see that, right? But if you could pull 10 accounts randomly, how many of those accounts are really showing behind the scenes of what it looked like to get that pretty or to get that good in acting, or how they got that rusted up car and now it's worth $1 million, or how they built that house, or how
but
what I'm saying, how that relationship
thing is,
flourished. They only show the
right.
good
But
parts.
thing is,
I think that's what people are paying to see, because it goes back to kind of what Free was saying. People are not happy, and they also perform it because I want people to show that I'm happy. Life is good. Everything is fine. But in the background, I got these demons in my closet, but I don't really want y'all to know that. I want to put this perception out there that I'm just a
but that's
happy
the thing though. It's
person in
like
the world. But you're really not
they put
happy.
that perspective out there because if someone really wants to, so they do that to build their brand, right? And then if a network taps into them, like, yo, we want to see the behind the scenes, and then so okay, I'm going to give the behind the scenes to this network because they're going to pay me top dollar. They're going to pay me 50 million to show them behind the scenes, and not me just showing it to the world for free just to build my brand, because I can already build my brand myself. So they use that as a leverage.
Okay.
So that's just a different way to kind of look at it versus because me, if I know that I'm starting to grow, then I'm going to keep on doing stuff, the stuff that works, just keep building on my brand because they love me and everything. They don't necessarily want to see the behind the scenes quite yet. Now, the big networks, they're like, yeah, okay, we see that you've grown your account to 10 million. Now we want to see this other side of you because we feel like it's very important to you and understand who you are as a whole. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars. Like, oh, I don't really want you guys to see that, but for that amount, okay, cool.
Yeah, but even with that, that's where the deception comes in, because when the bigger the network, the more they'll come to you and be like, "We want to show them the behind the scenes,
Yeah,
except our way." So when you get in a fight with your husband, we're going to
yeah.
film it. I don't want y'all to see that. For what? That's not a part of my brand. And before you know it, you're into the season having drama and fighting with other women or fighting with other men, and we ain't seen the brand.
So I think it's safe to say that this is all performative.
It's all the
For the most
Matrix.
part.
We're all just in the
Yes, because
Matrix.
Passive
Some of us are
performance.
trying to escape, and some of us like
and
it
you
here.
know
I'm trying to
you
escape.
know how I know it is performative, because one of my clients, I'm not gonna say his name, but he told me that he worked with a certain artist. I'm not gonna say her name either because they'll be able to connect the two. And he was like, yeah, she's not like that online. Like I've seen her and I've seen her in real life, and I've hung out with her and everything, and she's shy. She's not like that. But online,
Yeah.
she's showing ass and everything. She going crazy. So it's like,
Oh.
yo, hold up, what? I almost slipped up, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
So
No, man.
and my and my client is a well-known producer, and the person I'm talking about is a well-known artist. So it's just one of those things that I'm like, damn, really? He's like, yeah, man, she ain't like that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the industry for sure. I
So
mean, actors and creators in general, like a lot of times they're not who they are, especially like people like us who are
yeah,
around well-known names often. It's just like we always see the other side
Hmm.
of people. So it's
right,
like it makes you like I kind of just be look again, it's a matrix. Even in the creative world, there's a matrix.
right. So if people aren't, if what we're saying is this is kind of performative and people aren't necessarily happy, right? Then what constitutes
But
happiness? Like, where is that happiness rooted
I
from? Where can you get that happiness
I
from?
just don't know that we can directly relate people's happiness to social media. I feel like that's in one bucket, and then
I
no,
think you can.
because I feel like that's in one bucket, and then their real life and them being actually happy is in another bucket.
I'm a bat that. I'm a combat that, not bat that. I'm a combat that with this. You guys know at one point in time I used to be on
Yeah.
TikTok heavy with a group of guys who are ultra famous
Mhm.
now, except
Are they
me, right?
really? I still don't know their
Anyway.
names.
Oh yeah. They
That's
ultra
his
famous.
happiness.
They ultra famous right now. But somebody told me we saw collab. We was in class together too and stuff. I'm not gonna name any names, but somebody told me one time they was like, you know what? It's kind of weird being around this guy, because he's always happy. Post, hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, life's good. Everything's great. Yeah, let's do, yeah. And then, but in the background, he ain't
Yeah,
really happy.
he's doing it for a
He's
check.
not. And we know he's not happy. He's going through his own stuff. He's trying to make it in this industry. He's trying to, keep a roof over his head. He's trying to do certain things to, live a life that he wants to live for the rest of his life. But he's going through these weird motions and trying to put a smile on, put a coke in a smile, they'll fake it till you make it type deal. And at the end of the day, he really ain't happy. Now, he's probably happy. We don't really communicate that much, but I see some of his things and he looks different. He looks like a better man. So to go back to what you were saying, like you can't really equate happiness social media. Yes, the freak you can, because you get your everyday slayers on there who posting this and that, and then and in the background they crying all the time, they depressed. They got a kid somewhere that that they can't see, no whatever, right? Something's going on, but they got all these followers and everybody's in their business. You know what I'm saying? But yet we average viewers watch and like, oh man, they living a good life. No, I ain't. My life
Yeah.
sucks. That's where I
You know
fight
what?
that on.
You know what though? That I feel like a lot of that is the price of
100%.
fame and that people want to shoot for because it's when I say that matrix, because sometimes that matrix is just that, especially as creatives, because it's plenty of times where I'm amongst my friends and I'm in a conversation literally just running down the things that's going on. And they're like, but free, you just be smiling. I'm like, because what
Right.
else you gonna do?
Wha-
You know what I mean?
And
But smile. But at the same time, you got like and when I say the price of fame is nowadays when it comes to social media, it's giving the average person a chance at that fame.
Yeah.
And so everybody's performing opposed to where you had to put in so much work to be on a big screen or be on a television screen or be on a stage where okay, these are your established creatives. Now what influencer, how is that even a word now? How is that even a job? Like that's kids say that in school, I want to be an influencer when I grow up. The fuck it. So you want to be popular on Instagram, but it'll be people with million followers living the most regular mundane life, and it's even more of it's like you're becoming far and far removed
Okay.
from real life.
Yeah.
So at what point does the performing stop? Because a lot of times on the flip side, because we know that drama gets ratings and drama
Mhm.
goes viral because people are nosy and they want to, you know, be entertained,
Yeah.
then you have people who are always fighting, always angry, always as a
yeah, I
performance.
mean, To put it that
Okay.
When really they're not a dramatic person. It's like this is not who you are in real life. In real life, you sitting in the corner
yeah,
quiet reading a book. Why are you
I mean
acting
to
out?
I get that, but my bad. Where does happiness come from then? Where it
Freedom.
how do you gain freedom?
n-
That's in
I
you
I
as a
don't
person. Your own.
nec-
That's not something you can
I
get
don't
from social
necessarily feel
media.
like happiness comes from freedom because while a bunch of rich people have freedom, if you can explain to me why they're still off themselves, they're free. They got they got
Well,
money.
define free. That's the
Well,
thing. You got to define freedom. If you're
Gotta define
defining
it for
freedom as
yourself.
money, then it's
I
not freedom, unless that is
I
what it
think
is to
freedom
you.
is the people you
Fair.
surround yourself with, the people who make you the most happy, like your closest friends and family, the people who were there with you before you got famous, before you got rich, before you got all this money. Like that right there to me is a happiness because they saw you, grind up from the bottom up, right? And that's why LeBron, like one thing, like I'm not a LeBron fan, right? But
Why not, man? He the coolest
I'm a
guy in
Jordan
the
fan,
world.
and that whole debate, So, but one thing I will give him props on is him and Savannah met when they were mad young, and she stuck with them through thick and thin, right? And that's why I feel like they will never separate versus people who meet people in the industry when they both already rich or whatever it may be, and then they break up, right? Because they found happiness before he got rich. So they built that foundation, right? Now people who are already rich and come in
I
and like, hey,
mean,
hey, let me date this one and that one. That's why you see people always hopping and skipping. I mean, J-Lo been married 10 times. I mean, look. Yo.
She ain't gonna never find happiness. I think she happier alone. No, matter of fact, she like being happy. She happy. She's the
But that's
happiest.
but see that right there is the prime. That's the prime example that I make when I say that happiness is in you.
Yeah,
I don't think it's in the people that's around
I
you.
agree with
You
that
can
too.
it's a part of your happiness, but it's not it's not in anything on the outside. That's why when you even hear like people who have nothing and they're
Yeah.
like, I'm happy, I'm good because I'm at peace with whatever my life is, however I have the gratitude for whatever it is that I'm in. I'm happy, I have gratitude, and I have peace, and that is how I personally define freedom.
Yeah.
And that's just what that's
See,
my viewpoint.
See, like for me, before I even got like in the film and entertainment, I used to run a business or whatever, and I used to make a
Making that
lot of money, man.
cheddar.
Oscar knows this, man. I was bringing in a
Yeah.
lot of money, for what was I, 23, 24, from 23 to
Mhm.
25 years old. I was rich. All right. You would never know because I drove a busted
Man,
up
did
Chevy
he?
Cobalt, lived in a little studio, but I had money to do whatever I wanted. And then, but when I turned 25, things started happening,
That's like 15
state
years
laws
ago,
and all that
guys.
stuff. But I'm saying,
He just turned 26.
Yeah.
but but when I turned 25, I realized like, dude, I was working a lot of hours and I wasn't happy. You would think you get a guy at that age, 3 years removed from college, got his degree, out there living in Los Angeles. The world is his oyster, stupid money, making dumb decisions, and he not happy. No, I was
Yeah.
not. So I used to think money solve all my problems. No, I had to help my little brother, pay his first 2 years in school. Moms would ask for a little help, family, I'm like, dang. So when you making a certain amount of money, I guess there's a
100%.
responsibility. So when I stopped working there, when I stopped doing that, I'm like, that don't make me happy. Giving y'all my money, going, doing all these things. And, I started realizing some people around me were just around me because, oh, Matt is about to turn up at the club
Yeah.
tonight. We're going to be down at Coliseum in Hollywood, boy. We finna get front row seat, baby. Yes. And then you realize, okay, well, that money gone now. Where y'all at?
Right.
I mean, I still got my core, but like, where y'all at? So for me, I think what happiness is, it's definitely an internal thing. And I can't have anyone, I can't put something in someone and be like, hey, you, a woman, a kid, or whatever, you're gonna make me happy. No, I gotta figure that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
self. You know what
You
I'm
make a good
saying?
point, Free, because thinking back on like different therapy appointments and whatnot, you have to figure yourself out first. You have to be happy with yourself before, or you have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else, right? So that's same thing goes with like just
Mm,
being happy. Like
Yeah.
you alone are in
yeah.
control of your emotions and how you feel. You can't put that pressure on someone else to make you happy, right? So
Right.
I agree with
I think that's it's also a thing like self-discovery. Like sometimes you gotta go through things to,
Hmm.
to figure stuff out and to figure out what, in this case, figure out what happiness is. Sometimes being happy, you might have to shake off a family member
Woo!
or two or all, right? You
Yeah.
might have to quit a job. You might have to leave a girl. You might have to whoop your kids'
Mm.
butt and say, I don't want you no more. Go to your mama. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like you might have to do
Speaking from a
something
guy
like
that has
that.
no
You
kids.
dig what I'm saying?
What you got for it? Go to your mama.
You know what I'm saying? You might
Oh
have
my God.
well, I'm saying you might have to do some, and I'm not gonna say it's extreme, but you might have to do some far left things to be like, you know what? I need to figure out who I am, what's going on here before I can try to make whole with you. I need to make whole with
Mhm.
me first. And then once
Hmm.
I'm feeling lighter, then I think I can be of service to whoever else is around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and then bringing that happiness, and just tying that level of happiness. Freedom. I'm gonna be free when I'm rich as hell. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it in the story.
Alright.
I'm gonna be
Hey,
free when
let
I'm
let's
rich as
let's
hell. Like, that's free. Happiness is a little different, but being free, oh man, pocket full of what that I got $1 in my pocket, a 20 in my
uh,
wallet. I'll be set,
it's crazy it's crazy that we talk about
Shoot.
happiness and I guess being rich in correlation because I'm very, very different in that sense because while I want to be rich and have a ton of money, what actually makes me happy is seeing the people around me, you know, uh enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? So like I want to because
Mm,
in my head, like I've already thought about, okay, if I get X amount, I'm gonna give such and such half a mil, this one 1 mil, this one like make sure everybody around me is solid. And that right there makes me happy
okay.
which is completely left, which is different
Yeah.
from everybody else. But like my happiness is rooted through other people, making sure that my core circle is good and they happy and they good. You know, I'm like, this is what I work so hard for, so we can all go out and enjoy and just be good.
Enjoy.
So that right there
Hmm.
is happiness
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Free, you want to add anything to that?
I mean, I definitely that's something I want to do too. Now how I define my way of doing it has changed over time because just in the journey of me and being observant to the world around me, you realize you can't help everybody because sometimes you could be harming them if they don't
100%.
even know. You know what I mean? However, what I do want to be able to do, just I mean, this is a part of my wellness legacy, is to create
Yeah.
opportunities to our
Hmm.
communities that obviously involve money, um, but nothing is greater than the opportunity because you can see a yeah, I mean, it's one of the street homies, I mean, I've been out here on the streets hustling, doing my thing. You give him a wad of money, he gonna go buy ice out chain. Then what? Your rent still not paid because you so busy with your ego because you want to buy
but
a
but
bling chain.
I
Is that
However,
is
but
that
I'm
ego or ignorance? Is that an ego or that's
both.
ignorance?
Both. I feel like it
see.
coincides with one another. Your
Okay.
ego creates ignorance. But at the same time, if this is someone who genuinely wants to change their life, I'm going to give you an opportunity. And if you
Yeah.
step into that opportunity, I can financially
Yes.
back you. But overall, that's something I want to be able to
It,
do for my community.
So
So
to
the end game is the same. I still want to see others happy, but it's just my
so that
approach is different.
so for both of y'all, that seems to come from a like a philanthropic
well, okay,
standpoint,
so
right? Like like in your
her,
case, free.
yes. Me, when I'm talking about people around me, I'm talking about like my closest friends, like my best friends, and the people who were uh intricate into my upbringing and turn out and basically me being who I am as a man, right? Because there's three
Yeah.
people that are on my docket that I'm like, once I make it, I'm gonna take care of them. And they're not my family. They're just people who are
Yeah.
intricate in my life as a kid, growing up, teenager, and everything. That I was like,
Yeah.
yo, you guys did so much for me that once I'm good, I'm gonna take care of y'all. Now, I have never told them anything, but once it happens, like, here's this. You were, instrumental in my life. And then my closest friends, there's literally 4 of
Yeah.
them around me that I only really talk to on a daily basis or whatever it may be, right? So it's like those are the people that I'm going to take
Mhm.
care of. Now she's talking about, the dude on the corner or whatever that she's knowing or what. Like me, I'm not giving those type of people money. Like I will set up opportunities for them to be successful, but I would not directly just hand them a wad of
You was
cash.
what?
Right? So it's like, now for the people who I know and trust, yes,
Got you.
here's X amount.
Okay.
So
Okay. So free, little philanthropic. City. He's it's really his close circle, inner city circle folks, What it seems like happiness revolves around like people in your, people in general, whether it's in your life or just a
100%.
general statement, right?
Mm.
So for me, my next question is like well, I guess you guys kind of answered it, but maybe you didn't. Who should have an effect on your overall happiness
Only
when you
you.
wake up,
Only
go to
you.
sleep, throughout the week? Only you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
nobody. Yeah,
And
nobody
that
should have it.
and that's how I feel. It's 444. That's how I feel, right? Like I determine
100%.
my happiness. I used to pour into, oh man, getting up to run track makes me happy. Getting yelled at by my coach makes me happy. No, nigga, sitting on this couch, resting my feet, playing this game make me
yeah.
happy. Boy, you understand? I used to be like, oh, acting makes me happy. No, it makes me very frustrated. When I'm on set, I'm happy, but it makes me frustrated getting to that point, But like at the end of the day, for me, happiness it comes. It's an internal thing. I grew up. My family, they kind of all over the place, but you do have some folks that are really good. And one of the things that I was never taught is learning internal happiness. That's something I had to learn as I got older. Hell, they don't even teach you that in life skills in
Man,
college. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
gonna
they
say, as
don't teach
Black
you a
people,
lot
we
of
They
lack
things.
don't.
Yeah,
we
they don't teach
lack
you a
that
lot
Right,
of stuff in
lesson.
college.
right. You know, and it's one of those things where like I like to have I got a community of people, y'all included, where it's like, you learn from individuals and maybe you pick and pull, and like they say in film, if you ain't stealing, you ain't playing the game right, and you take from them what you will, and you use that, use that in your own life. And I've learned that from, various people. But when it comes to just straight bona fide happiness, for me, that's very
100%.
internal.
Yeah.
I don't rely on anybody. If I'm feeling down, I'm down, and it's up to me to make myself happy. 9 times out of 10, that's with some cognac, maybe a White Russian, depending on if I'm at a rooftop. You understand? I might have a problem. But
Just a little
that's
one.
just me. But
Hey, you're taking the first
First
step.
step.
You're taking the first step. All right, we
Oh
support you.
man, no, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. But seriously, man, seriously, yo, that was yeah. I'm glad we were able to. I'm glad we were able to, sit down and kind of, discuss like from social media nuances to like individual. Is that
Oh,
Ezra?
you
Is
hear
that your
him?
boy, man? You gotta put him in the cage, man. Yeah, I hear that man. Like he tried to bust through the door. Hey, this work from home stuff ain't
Yeah.
working no more. We got to get in the studio.
We got-
Y'all
Look,
taking
I
this
just had to
too
mute my
far.
screen, but my little baby, she's so sweet. She just popped in. I had to mute the button real quick, and I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like,
It's
"I'm just
it's it's
checking on
crazy because
you."
I didn't
See,
like I saw
y'all.
him, but I didn't really hear him through the headphones. So I'm like, but the mic is here, so
See, this is why the best birth control is y'all. I ain't never gonna have no motherfucking
oh
kids.
man.
I tell you.
About to be like
Anyway,
NBA young boy, 12
that's
kids.
something else, man. Man, look,
And yeah, we barely see him anyhow.
if somebody ever pop up and say that they pregnant with my kid, they lying. Because
They
I've been snipping,
lying.
so I'm just saying.
You snip, Lily? When'd you snip?
When I
That's
turn,
crazy.
I can't tell you because then y'all gonna know how old I am. Then the world gonna know how old I am.
Look,
But
now he's trying to get like when I turn.
you
You already
understand?
said the 3,
You know what I'm
y'all.
saying? You understand? So But yeah, but yeah,
Sheesh.
man. Yo, man, this was a really good topic. You know, I really appreciate y'all for joining in on that discussion and really being open and honest, and elaborating on from going from social media to your own personal experiences to the back to if things are being performative, if people's just for show, if it's fake. I really think social media is the fakest thing out there until you add in AI. Now it's ultra fake. And
Oh God.
I'm about to tap. I'm probably gonna tap in that too. They already, Matthew McConaughey had already, trademarked himself. So and that was a smart business move, by the way. If y'all want to know, y'all, what I'm saying, y'all want to talk about that, we can talk
Gotta
about that
do
on
it.
another note. But he trademarked himself. So now anybody want to use him, yeah, he give me $1 million. You can do
Yo,
whatever the hell
it's
you
the
want to do.
same
You know
thing
what
with the
I'm
creator
saying? Shoot.
That is smart.
Kabi. I think his name Kabi Lane.
Who?
K
Oh, KB Lame,
Kabi
Lame, yeah,
Lane.
KB
Yeah, yeah.
Lame.
He sold his likeness for
Yeah.
like 900 million. And mind you, I don't know
Some
if you
big
know
number.
who he is, Free, but he made his fame.
No,
He
that's all I'm
he
like,
made
what?
his fame by not saying anything on social media, just reactional videos from I think TikTok to IG or
And
whatever. Did not say
yeah.
a word. Someone would do something stupid, and he'd be like, not say a word.
Yep.
He's got like what 70 million followers on IG or something. But let me see.
He is
That's crazy.
he's a very well-known individual who, like Oscar said, just made his reaction videos. It had a reaction, but he didn't never open his mouth to say a word. Basically he would have some videos that would come out. Go ahead. What'd you say?
77
What is that?
77.5 million followers
Million
on IG.
Instagram.
Oh wow.
Well, he
That's
ain't quite
crazy.
he ain't quite The Rock famous, but he's famous as hell. TikTok, that's where
The
he's
kid's
probably
under
his largest
30 with
following is,
7.
man.
I
He's
think
got
he
like
has the
100 some
most
million.
followers on social media for anybody like under 30.
You could, yeah, I'm sure one of your children know who he is, man. I'm sure one of your children
Yeah,
know.
but it's
But yeah, man. I wanna, before we get out of here, man, I wanna go ahead and do my PSA. I ain't trying to be all political, but this is 2026, y'all, and this is primary season, midterm elections. So for everybody out there, I don't care what you vote, I don't care how you vote, mail in, Republican, Democrat. Hell, you walk up to the office and just put your stamp of approval and take off. I don't care how you vote, just vote. I don't care what color you are, just make sure you vote. I saw what happened in Texas. I saw what happened in Arkansas, and I saw what happened in North Carolina. I'm not giving my opinion, but I'm just saying, everybody, please, please, please make sure you get out there and vote when the midterm comes up. Do some research. Make sure you know why you vote. I mean, make sure you know what you voted for. Read those measurements in your state, county, and city. And yes, make sure you exercise your right as an American. All right.
And make
So,
sure you got all your papers in order because they trying that too. Make
oh
sure your birth
yeah,
certificate up to date, your court order name changes. Make sure you got all your
yes.
paperwork. Don't
Yeah,
give them no
yeah,
excuses.
yeah. No excuse to not be able
yes,
to
sir.
vote.
And I'm gonna
All
leave.
right. So,
Yeah, you're
anything
real
else,
quick. I know
Oscar,
we
you
didn't
want to
touch
add?
on this, but maybe we can tap on it next time. Question for everybody, just think about it. Next time conversation, next episode. Is it cheating if you like the opposite sex photo on IG?
Oh, and with that said, we gonna see you suckers
Next time.
next
Peace,
time.
love.
Peace
It's
and
your
love,
In the
y'all.
boy,
comments.
Appreciate
Put your
y'all.
answers in the comments, yo. Put your answers in the comments.
Appreciate
Let's
y'all,
go.
man. Love, peace, and love from Control Ship C Podcast. Holla.